Today, we are going to visualize what a conservative force field might look like. Let us imagine a football field and there is wind that is flowing throughout the field. Okay, so this is the football field, and now there is wind coming from this direction. Now, we would like to assume that this wind is constant throughout time and this football field. It is constant throughout. Okay. Now say there's a guy at this point A and he wants to go to another point B on the same football field. So he would have to choose one path, right? He can go like this or he can go like this. And he can choose many more paths. But for now, let us assume that he is willing to take either of these two paths. Let us name these paths as path 1 and path 2. Now, if we look carefully enough, we can see that when he goes from A to B using path 1, let's say in this portion, he is going in this direction and the wind is going in this direction. So, the wind is assisting him, and in this portion, he is going in this direction while the wind is going in this direction. As you can see, the wind is going against his direction almost. So the wind is not helping him anymore. And similarly, you can see in path 2. Now, as you can see in path 2, this is the portion in which the wind is going against, and in this portion, the wind is assisting again. The work done will be same in both of these paths, right? Because in the first portion of path 1, the wind is helping him do the work, and in the second half, the wind is going against him and is trying and is opposing him, right? But in path 2 also, the same is happening, just alternatively. As we see, the work done, right? Now, let us suppose that this force field is not constant. Let us imagine another football field, and this time we would think of a tornado like wind going around the field. Okay, so it would look like this. Now, if the field is like this, now this guy again tries to go from point A to point B while there is a tornado going on. Please do not do that, but let us suppose hypothetically this guy does. And he chooses again these two paths, path 1 and path 2. Now, if you see, the wind also is going almost in a similar direction to the path 1 and is assisting him throughout it. Like in any point in this path 1, the is highly likely to assist him rather than in path 2. In path 2, you can see that the wind is opposing him at almost every point. At this, let us say at this point, the wind is going in this direction, but he wants to go in this direction. And at this point, wind is going in this direction. He wants to go in this direction. So as you can see, the work done is no more constant and is variable respective to the path taken. And therefore, it is no more a conservative force field. You, you cannot say this is a conservative force field anymore because now the curl of force is not equal to zero anymore. In the previous example, as we have taken, the curl of force was equal to 0, and so this thing worked. But here it's not like that. And I hope I could help you visualize this concept. If I did, you can give a thumbs up subscribe to the channel and share this video as much as possible. Thank you.